Hello students, welcome back to online classes. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today we are going to continue with the same chapter, that is chapter 8, ratio, proportion and unitary method. So let us see what is proportion. Four numbers A, B, C and D are said to be in proportion if A is to B and C is to D are equivalent ratio. So what does it mean that it is an equivalent ratio? So let us see with the help of an example. Over here I have taken an example of 2 is to 4 is equal to 3 is to 6. It means that if we are going to simplify both the side, the answer which is going to come will be the same, that is LHS is equal to RHS. Then we can say that the four numbers A, B, C and D are in proportion. So when we are going to simplify 2 upon 4, the answer is going to come 1 upon 2. And when we are going to simplify 3 upon 6, again the answer is going to come 1 upon 2. So over here we can say that 1 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. This means that LHS is equal to RHS. So we can say that the two ratios are in proportion. Therefore, it is written as A is to B, proportion C is to D. This four dots indicates the sign of a proportion, or we can write A is to B is equal to C is to D. Therefore, the numbers A, B, C and D are respectively known as the first, second, third and fourth terms of the proportion. Now, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, then the product of A into D is given a special name, that is extreme terms, and the product of B into C is also given a special name, that is mean term. So we can say that A is to B is equal to C is to D, where A is into D, A into D is called the product of extreme and B into C is called product of mean. So from this we can derive a new formula, that is product of extreme is equal to product of mean, that is A into D is equal to B into C. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us take some examples to make your concept more clear. Are 30, 45, 50 and 75 are in proportion. So we have to prove that whether all the four quantities are in proportion or not. So for this, first of all, we have to write the numbers in a proportion form. So proportion can be written as 30 is to 45 is equal to 50 is to 75. If all the four terms are in proportion, then product of extreme must be equal to product of mean. So product of extreme is 30 into 75 and product of mean is 45 into 50. So when we are going to multiply 30 into 75, the answer is going to come 2250, and when we are going to multiply 45 into 50, the answer is going to come the same. This shows that both LHS and RHS are equal. Hence we can say that all the four numbers are in proportion. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us move to another example. Over here, the four quantities are given to you, but one quantity is unknown to you. So you have to find out the value of unknown quantity. So first of all, we are going to write the given numbers in proportion. So over here, the proportion can be written as 16 is to x is equal to 18 is to 72. So as we know, product of extreme is equal to product of mean. So product of extreme is 16 into 72 is equal to product of mean is equal to x into 18. So when we are going to simplify it, x is going to come 64. Now if we are going to put the value of x over here, and if both LHS and RHS are coming equal, this shows that they are in proportion. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us move to another topic, that is continuate proportion. What is continuate proportion? Three numbers A, B and C are said to be in continuate proportion if A is to B is equal to B is to C. Now over here you can see only three quantities are given, but the middle term, that is B, is called the mean proportion proportion. Why it is called a mean proportion? Because if I am going to find out the product of mean and product of extreme, so it will come as b square is equal to a into c. So over here the middle term will be b, that is b square is equal to a into c. Therefore the middle term b is called the mean proportional between a and c. So the proportion can be written as a is to b is equal to b is to c. Now let us make your concept clear with the help of an example. So over here I have taken an example. Show that 2, 4 and 8 are in continuate proportion. So as we all know that product of extreme is equal to product of mean. So it can be written as a is to b is equal to b is to c. So product of mean is equal to product of extreme, we all know that. So it can be written as a into c is equal to b into b, or it can be written as b square is equal to a into c. So the original ratio or proportion can be written as 2 into 4 is equal to 4 into 8. So product of mean is equal to product of extreme. So 4 4 is 16 is equal to 16. Therefore, we can say that they are in continuate proportion. Let us take one more example. Show that 9, 6 and 4 are in continuate proportion. So if the given numbers are in continuate proportion, then there is a condition that b square is equal to a into c. So as we know that product of extreme is equal to product of mean, so it can be written as a into c is equal to b into b, that is b square is equal to a into c. So over here the product of mean is 6 into 6, that is 6 square, and product of extreme is equal to 9 into 4. So when we are going to simplify it, both LHS and RHS are going to come equal, that is 36. Hence we can say that they are in continuate proportion. I hope all the topics are very much clear to everyone. Now this chapter is over. Along with this chapter I am going to send my lesson plan, and your duty is to complete all your work in your classwork copy. Next time when we are going to meet, I am going to start with a new chapter. Till then, be safe and goodbye.